Okay, so like, good morning. It's Monday. It is certainly Monday. When people who work a 9-to-5 job, or your regular, oh lordy, a regular job, quote unquote, a regular job, office job, whatever. Anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that. Don't worry about that. Good morning. It's Monday. Russ has some kind of issue. Well, his work does with some kind of program, and he's getting lots of phone calls about this issue. He's like, I know, we know, give it some time, we're working on it, etc., etc. As one does. I just got off call with, was it escalation call? But when you have a, when you have a supervisor callback in the system, the supervisor has to call them back. But when the call was from the middle of June and the supervisor hasn't called them back yet, the receiver of that phone call gets very discouraged. I mean, obviously, if it's been almost a month, well, it's been half a month, or a little over half a month, and you haven't received a call back, it looks bad. It looks really bad. So I did what I could as an escalation rep. And the other thing has to happen, has to be done by the supervisor. So the supervisor has to call them back. And yeah. Well, that's that one. But yeah, come on, call them back. Where's my whisk? Whisk. I have a whisk. Oh, it's right here. No worries. It's cleaned. Clean dishes. Alright, so anyways, yeah, so you gotta call him back. So that doesn't make for a very nice phone call. And that was the one I just had, a phone call. So good morning, happy Monday. I hope you had a nice 4th of July weekend. Independence Day is, they call it Independence Day. This is when the United States declared its independence from Britain, from England, from Great Britain. Because why? Why did we do that? Because, they didn't want to live by Queen Elizabeth's rules anymore. They didn't want to do that anymore. So they said, hey, we're independent. We're not part of the British colonies or whatever. We're not part of England anymore. Bye. See you later. Sometimes when you have, you're in a relationship and that relationship is toxic, you have to separate yourself. JJ, there's a piece of cheese right here. Can you eat that? Thanks. You have to separate yourself from the toxic person. Or in this case, the toxic country. Is England toxic? I don't think it is. I just think that Americans, or the people who came over to America, just didn't want to live by England's rules anymore, so they decided, hey, we're gonna have our own country. You're not part of our cool crowd. You know, you're not part of our gang anymore. That kind of thing. It was hot, hot, hot this weekend. I had my swimsuit on or whatever, and I was just in the swimsuit so that if I wanted to put water on myself, I could do that. Why is it when you're wearing a swimsuit you don't mind getting wet, but when you're wearing like regular clothes you mind? Why is that? I don't get it. Yeah, so that's all. Happy Monday. I'll talk to you later. Good afternoon. It's my lunch break. I took a shower because I can. Also, it was really hot. Where is... Here's my bag. The weekend, haven't unpacked yet, so I have stuff. So I've been doing an experiment. Over the weekend I did an experiment of gel. I was using gel in the hair as opposed to, oh Jesus, did these just melt? Oh no, they're fine. Gel in the hair as opposed to cream on hot days to see if it makes a difference. The gel, I wanted to see, you know, which one makes it less frizzy. So far, I've only used the gel, and the gel, I still end up with frizzy hair. So I'm going to try out cream. I'm going to do the RS Smooth and Hold Pudding. I'm going to do that one, and hopefully, you know, that one will be less frizzy. So the issue we have with our house is it is not well insulated in the attic. Therefore, all the heat, or excuse me, yeah, well, heat and or air conditioning, depending on the time of year, goes away. It goes up and out the top of the house or wherever it escapes from. There are multiple things that need to be done to this house. It needs new windows. All the windows need to be replaced, except for probably the bathroom window. Bathroom window, and there's like a small window in the kitchen. Those two I think are pretty new. Other than those two windows, like all the windows need to be replaced. I need to get online still. I went on my phone, but I'm pretty sure I have to look in. I have to use my laptop to see, you know, if there's like a form or something I need to fill out, find out if we are eligible for a grant to get new windows. And I know it'd be a restoration to the windows that were available in 1949, you know, and that's fine, because they'll be still better than the ones we have now. Like, the window in our master bedroom is, well, it's missing a screen on one side, and the windows don't stay open when you prop them open. You have to prop them open. Anyway, speaking of windows, okay, so it was hot last night. It was, and Russ is like, we have to figure out how to get this room cool at night, because quite frankly it gets really warm up here. And so it's like he can't sleep in the heat. I have no problems with it. So I said to him this morning, I says, well, you could go sleep downstairs. I don't have any problem with that. I don't have any problem with the heat. So last night, instead of having just the one fan by the AC vent, you had to have a big old fan on, which is loud, by the way, and he had the window open with the air blowing in. And I'm like, okay, but you have the AC on. If you blow the air in, you're blowing hot air from outside in, which makes no sense. Why do you
why would you do that, you know? So yeah, he's like, okay, well, I'll give it a try. So naturally, it is cooler in here now than it was over the night. We have just the one fan on right now, and it is cooler up here now than it was this morning. And it's like, I don't know, 11 something. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11:51 a.m.
11:51. I gotta be back to work. I gotta be back to work at noon. So I'm getting in the shower. He's like, you know, if I had my lunch break, I'd get in the shower with you. I'm like, yeah, I still only have 30 minutes. So I really do. I want to combine, or at least, you know, maybe my AWP break, which is 10 minutes. My alternate working period break. Maybe that one can be combined. Okay, hair all over the place. With my lunch break, so then I can have a 40-minute lunch and not just, or a 45-minute lunch and not just 35 minutes. So you see this right there. It's a birthmark. It is a tiny little heart, sort of. It's upside down. You can kind of see. Anyway, Serenity and I have the same birthmark on the same arm. Hers is probably a little bit lower, or maybe it's the same spot. I don't really know. Where did I just put that brush? Oh, I didn't take it out of the bag. So yeah, Russ needs to figure out. Oh, this conditioner, I use a combination of two conditioners. I use the Garnier Fructis Grow Strong, because that one gives me good slip. So I use that one first to detangle and, you know, soften that hair. Then I'll rinse that out. That one sits the longest. Just before I'm done showering, I'll put in just a small amount for my scalp of a tea tree oil conditioner. It feels very refreshing, because once you rub that all in and you rinse it out, and it's cooling. It's got this cooling effect. So when I'm up here right now, where my closet would normally be really hot, it actually feels very nice. So I think if Russ starts complaining about his being too warm or whatever, I'm like, take a shower, take the smallest amount of this conditioner and put that on your head, rub it all around, rinse it out. Yeah, rinse it out, that's a word. There we go. Okay, so that is that. I mean, obviously my hair is wet, but my hair is looking quite like it'll be very defined once it's dry. I think it will be. And I'm gonna see if the cream holds better than the gel or makes it less frizzy. I know I'm inside. Gosh darn it, I am dropping everything. Ugh. I know I'm inside and all, but our AC, like I said, doesn't work that well. So I'm thinking the first thing we should do is insulation. If we can get a grant for insulation, we'll hire somebody that can do insulation in the roof area. Then after that, we will hire some people to get windows. So we'll do insulation, windows, and then if we can, we'll do AC. But I don't know, or at least the ducts, get a vent out in this hallway so that we have better circulation or something. But I gotta call the people, because I went online and I didn't find any forms or whatever. What am I, because I need to know what can I get? What kind of grant can I get? what can I get to use what with, and so on and so forth. So that's it. I gotta get back. Good afternoon. It's 4:30. This is my last 10-minute break. I'm doing a really quick thing. So I couldn't go on lunch because, well, I did. I went on lunch. I couldn't go on my last 15-minute break because we're having system issues, so I needed to be present or whatever. So I missed that 15-minute break. So here's what I'm doing. I didn't get to eat lunch, right? So I've got a couple of tortilla shells. Russ had grilled some chicken breasts over the weekend. So I'm taking some of that grilled chicken. Where's my fork? Where did I put my fork at? What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay. And so anyway, I microwaved it. I was reheating it in the air fryer, but it was taking too long. Also, air fryer tends to dry out chicken like a lot. So I just microwave it for like a minute, 30 seconds, take it out. I've cut it into strips, as you saw. I'm just putting some strips of chicken in my shells. I'll put in some pepper, put on some pepper jack cheese. Give that a little 30-second melty melt in the microwave, and that's it. I could add other stuff if I had other stuff to add, but I don't. So just kind of be like a pepper jack chicken wrap or something like that. Where's my cheese? Over here. Cheese! I don't have fresh cheese. You're right, I don't. I have bagged cheese because do I look like a dairy farmer? No. That's why I don't have fresh cheese. It's not organic. That's because I'm cheap, alright? I don't get the organic stuff. I don't care that much about the organic stuff. Alright, so sprinkly sprinkle. Sprinkle sprinkle. That pepper jack. I really wish I had some Asiago, but I didn't really look for it, I guess, but I don't remember seeing Asiago shredded cheese. I should try it. Should look it up sometime. Alright, so again, well, microwave 30 seconds. I'm gonna go 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Clean up your mess on your countertop.
Hey, baby.
Oh, God Christ almighty, you scared the crap out of me. Okay, so that's what it is. I just wrapped it up kind of like that. And it's hot. I'll tell you how it is later. So my work, I missed my last break because my work was having system issues, so I had to be present or whatever, and so I missed my last break, and I was getting worried because they'll allow like I think 2 hours or something like that of system downtime, but then anything after that they make you have to do makeup time. Thankfully it was like 2 hours exact, just about, so I don't have to do makeup time, which is great. So now I get to go back to work. That's a really good combination. Grilled chicken with the pepper jack cheese. Yum. This would be amazing. So you could make like a kind of a Philly steak type of situation if you did like steak with the pepper jack, and maybe add some onion and pepper, because that's what's in Philly steak. But it's not officially Philly steak, but it would be super good. But it's super good with the chicken and the pepper jack, and I think it would be good with onion as well. But I didn't have any of that stuff. So pepper jack and chicken, if that's all you got, go for it. All right. Your food. You know what? Your food is almost gone in here. Gotta fill your bucket, okay? Yes. Russ went away. Not for good. He's coming back. I'm trying to decide, do I want to cook? Not really. After I had those two wraps, I'm not so hungry. Oh no, did we get this food? Is this spoiled again? This is expiration date of the 5th. Might still be good, but we'll find out. It's still good, but it's going to need to be used up in the next few days. Look how shiny I am. So shiny. Gross. The heck is it? Milk crusties. Love that. Love me some milk crusties. Gross. Oh, alright. Well, anyways, I'm not cool anymore. I had the wet head. I also used the, what is it? Tea tree oil conditioner when I took a shower. And it just really does cool you down, like quite a bit, a lot. Quite a lot, yes. Or you could just lay on the bottom of the stairs. I really gotta sweep. Don't look at my dirty floors. How dare you? I gotta pee. Good evening. The peeing sound you hear is my dishwasher. I'm watching a couple episodes of How to Get Away with Murder. Almost every night. I'm still on season 1 because I just started not long ago. It is quite a good show. It is a very good show. It's very on the edge. I could probably binge watch the whole, I think there's like 5, 6 seasons? I don't remember. Anyway, there's a lot of seasons. I'm going to catch up on them. And right now it is 9:34. It's time for bed. So I'm getting myself my water here. I've noticed that after I eat some things, generally after I eat, I feel warm. I'm not sure why that is. Very odd. It's very odd, and I don't know why that is a thing that's happening. So, anyway, How to Get Away with Murder. This is professor, law professor, and also lawyer. She's teaching her class, and she designates a few students to be her, I guess, her aides. So, like, not just her aides, but they also help her with cases. So, I guess they're, what are the legal aides? Yeah, that's what they are. Anyway, they get to sit on cases and sit in the court and work on cases and stuff like that. And so, right, so basically what we're trying to figure out now is who killed her husband. I guess he like cheated on her a bunch, and I've just learned that he has impregnated a former student. It's former because she's dead now or something, and so they're trying to figure out who killed her, and then they're also trying to figure out who, well, we're not sure who killed the husband because the defense attorney, the one is the professor. And the husband of the professor is the one who was unfaithful, cheated, and impregnated a student or whatever of his, and we just learned now that she was pregnant because they exhumed her body to do a second autopsy. And the first autopsy they missed that she was pregnant. I'm not really sure how, but I guess it was only like 6 weeks. So obviously the baby would have been super tiny at 6 weeks pregnant and not detectable. In any case, that's about it. I am going to go to bed. As far as the hair goes, I think it looks good. We used the cream today. It's still kind of not as stretched out as I would like, but that's all right. It's not frizzy like it was. So you can tell I'm really tired because this eyebrow droops down further than this one. It needs to be lifted. Like that. But it droops. Whatever. Anyway, going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be Tuesday. Have a good night. Toodles.